Hey guys, this is video number 2, day number 2 of me posting regularly for Taurus Strong. Now, this page, it might evolve as it goes. I'll be totally honest, because what I'm starting to realize is in this whole journey, this business journey, and being an entrepreneur and being a dad, being a father, that there's a lot to it, guys. And there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of stress that comes our way day in and day out as we're trying to do our best, as we're trying to live, as we're trying to succeed, as we're trying to make things work. In my quest to be a good person and to evolve and to get better, as I open up and become vulnerable about some of my struggles, what I'm realizing is that I'm not the only one dealing with the things that I'm dealing with. And I think it's good that we unpack some of this stuff on a regular basis. And I think today I kind of want to talk about being vulnerable as a man, opening up, making sure that you have a tribe of guys, of people that are there for you, that are in your corner. I've been in business now for 7 years. I've been doing it since 2018. I started my own business because I was really discontent working for somebody else. I was in a fairly bad place emotionally and mentally when I started my business. I was having a very tough time with being content and taking orders from people that I saw as my equals. I didn't really look at my bosses as if they knew more than I did about what we were doing, and I had other guys on job sites telling me that starting my own business would be the way to go, and so I took them up on that. I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And running my own company was always something that I wanted to do, so I did it. And much to my wife at the time, much to her behest, she did not approve. She was not behind it, and she made it very clear to me that she would not be supporting me in this journey. And that probably should have been a dead giveaway, that I probably, maybe at the time, should not have done it, because I would advise anybody who's trying to start a business to not do it without the support of your wife. You have to have the support of your wife. Or your better half. Now, there's a lot of situations that would maybe not fall into that category, but I know for myself, you need the support of your wife if you want to be in business. And it's a wild ride, and it's a wild emotional roller coaster, and in pretty much every single way, it's taxing. You have really good times, but you also have really bad times. And having a good support at home is crucial to being effective in your business, being able to do the things that you got to do on a daily basis efficiently and effectively. I struggled greatly in the first few years of my business, because not only did I start a new business, but I also went through a divorce. About a year, not even 3 months into my business, I went through a separation, and that separation lasted probably about 2 years before everything was sorted out and settled down, and somehow I'm still here. I don't know how it happened, to be perfectly straight up. I don't know how I got to the point I am today. God is the reason, and I had a lot of good support from a lot of good people in that time. I couldn't have done it without God. I couldn't have done it without faith and without support from my parents and other loved ones around me. But it was a very difficult time, and things have progressed obviously since then. I've had employees on and off. I've had many highs. I've had many lows, and it's been very stressful. And because of that, I would cope with drinking. I would cope with smoking. I would cope with other vices that weren't healthy for me. And I wasn't going to the gym as much as I should have. I wasn't taking as good care of myself as I should have been. And the drinking especially led me to some pretty dark places, and I'm the first person to say there's nothing wrong with having a few drinks, but if those drinks rule you, and if you're using them to cope with stress, with anxiety, and in business it's very easy to let alcohol become a vice and to let it become something that governs and dictates the flow of things, so to speak. When you're really high and you're feeling good and you landed a big job, head to the liquor store, grab a drink, have a drink, celebrate. When things don't go well and you're feeling like crap, go to the liquor store, grab a drink, drown your sorrow. But what they don't tell you and what you don't hear is that alcohol actually ends up making you super depressed, and it's going to eventually create a really negative cycle in your life. where the alcohol makes you depressed and it feeds those negative voices in your head. And because of that, you want to shut them up and you keep drinking. The circle gets worse and worse and worse and worse as you progress if you don't catch it and do something about it. In my own life, I need and have started to quit alcohol. I need to put it behind me. And so this is something that I'm doing to help me cope with that. And hopefully I find a community on here of people that can relate to that feeling of being middle-aged. You've worked your whole life and you're not where you want to be. And so me starting this page is somewhat of it's me attempting to change things up. It's me attempting to put myself out there and be vulnerable so that I can connect with other like-minded people who have been there before, people who are also struggling with the same things, because I want to be able to encourage you that there is hope and there is a way to deal with these kind of things. It doesn't have to be like that. You do not have to be 37, 38, 40, 50s and give up on life, so to speak. I was walking with my wife the other day, actually, with the kids, and God bless my wife. She is one of the most understanding, kind, caring individuals that I've ever met, and I'm so blessed to have her in my life. And guys, that's another little tip. Getting married is the single biggest decision you're ever going to make in your life, and so make sure you pick the right woman. Make sure you marry the right lady, because that's going to make all the difference with business, with life, with the decisions you make, the places you go. Having the right woman by your side is going to be amazing. Choose wisely. And in any case, with that being said, I just want to encourage you guys that it's never too late to make a change. It's never too late to do something different. It's never too late to step out there and to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not weakness, but be vulnerable and watch what happens when you get real and you get authentic. And that doesn't mean you have to put it all out there. You don't have to go in front of a camera like I'm doing, but make sure you have a close circle of friends, a group of guys, or some sort of accountability group with guys that care enough to listen to what's going on in your life. And that's going to make a massive, massive difference for you. Commit to change and then take the steps. Take the steps that you need to change. Guys, day 2 post. Just thought I'd put it out there. God bless you all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Share and subscribe, and let's have some good conversations. Let's go. God bless.